Microphone. Hello, microphone. Okay, there we go. So, behold the Arabian oryx pictured below. It was once extinct in the wild, but it's no longer. It's back, baby. Anyway, the oryx below is 40 inches tall to the shoulder in real life, but it is only 28 centimeters in the picture. Its antlers on the screen measure 12 centimeters. How long are its antlers in real life? Those of you at home, I want you to pause the video, work on this, unpause, because we're ready to talk. Let's do this. So, let's see here. I'm going to write this down here, guys. There we go. So the real oryx is 40 inches tall. The real horns, we don't know. We don't know how many inches tall the real horns are. That's his rear oryx, like the oryx in the back. There we go, real oryx. And then the picture is, was it 28 centimeters? Thank you, 28 centimeters tall. And then the picture of the horns was 12 centimeters. So how could we use this information to find out how long this guy's horns are in real life? Bennett, what would you do to find out how many, how long its horns are in real life? Okay, I'm glad we're talking then. This is good. Let's see here. Does somebody have an idea of how we might be able to manage that? Yeah, Liam, what can we do? So Liam's saying 40 inches divided by 28 inches. That's great because that's going to give us the scale factor. Like how many centimeters, excuse me, that's not inches, 28 centimeters. How many inches there are per centimeter. So 40 divided by 28 is, here we go. Let's see. I need you guys' help this time because I don't think it works as well if you guys don't help me. So hang on. Let's see how it goes. Me. Let's see. Anybody? They're going to help, guys. They're going to help. Come on. Let's load it. Let's load it up. There we go. TI SmartView TM emulator software for the TI-30X/TI-34 multi-view louder. TM calculators, Texas Instruments, validating software license, ... Guys, look, guys, you needed to put your heart into it. You guys were like half asleep. Next time you got to put your heart into it. It could tell. It could tell you weren't doing it for realsies. All right, so we're going to do 40 divided by 28, which looks to be about 1.429. 1.42, I think 9, because after the 8 comes a 5. So I'm going to call it about 1.429. That is inches per centimeter. Every centimeter represents in our picture, represents 1.429 inches in real life. What can I do with that number, Liam? Yeah, and you know what? I'm just going to jam that whole number in there by 12. Hopefully it'll come out a nicer number. Not really, but it's about 17.143. So if you do 12 centimeters times 1.429 inches per centimeter, the centimeters divide out, and you wind up getting something in the neighborhood of 17.143. 17.143 inches. That's how long his horns would be. How many of us either got that or see how we got that and aren't too alarmed? You guys doing okay out there? Oh, that's beautiful. You'll love to see it. By the way, that would mean its horns are about yay long. About yay long. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, Luke. No, just go get a loaner. There's loaner calculators over there. Always, yeah. Absolutely. There's loaner calculators in the back. Go grab one and put your name on the loaner board. You're fine. Okay. It is the 61st day of school, guys. 61 is the first proper prime. Up right against the wall there. So a proper prime is a prime number that ends with 1 and has a period that is 1 less than itself. Let me show you. Can someone think of another prime number that ends with 1? 1 doesn't work. No, 7 doesn't end with 1. 71? I think 71 is prime. So it would be a proper prime if it meets both of these conditions. But honestly, I don't actually know if 71, let's pick a smaller one, because that one's going to take forever to do. 41? 41's a great example. 41, 41. So 41 is a prime number. Does it end with 1? Yes or no? Yes, it does. Now, my question is, here's the other thing it needs to do in order to be a proper prime. In order to be a proper prime, let me grab this from Wolfram Alpha. In order to be a proper prime, when I divide 1 by 41, it needs to have 40 repeating digits. Does it? I know it has a lot. Nope. It is 0.02439 repeating. It is only 5 repeating digits. And so it is not a proper prime. However, 61, 1 over 61, is indeed a 60 repeating decimal. That's what 1 over 61 is. It's 0 point and then all those digits repeating. So that's why it's a proper prime. It's National Pickle Appreciation Day. Where do you guys stand on pickles? Big thumbs up. Yo, I eat pickles out the jar. They're great. Big thumbs down. I hate pickles, even on Chick-fil-A sandwiches, and then dial it on somewhere in between. That was somewhere. What's that? Oh, then you have to shrug and try a pickle at some point. You gotta try it, man. Here, I'm gonna tell you guys. Generally speaking, I don't like pickles, but I do have to put myself here because you guys, a Chick-fil-A sandwich is not a Chick-fil-A sandwich if it doesn't have a couple pickles on it. Yeah. That is the truth. Really, Addie, you get it without the pickles? Yes. Oh, I didn't know they even made that. You don't even pick them off and get just the tiniest pickle flavoring on the side there? Wow, okay, even worse. Wow. No? Oh, 41. All right. Come on up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, thank you. Let's see here. Tommy, what's our first essential question today? Yeah, how can we set up and solve proportional equations? No self-assessment today, but I do want you guys to go ahead and write that down, please, and we'll talk. Bluey character breeds through the American Kennel Club. Rusty. How many of you guys know who I'm talking about when I'm talking about Rusty from Bluey? Yeah, he loves the army, right? A live, active dog capable of untiring work, extremely intelligent, alert, and eager with unlimited energy. I didn't even know this was a dog breed until today. But the correct answer is. Oh, hold on. I wonder if Miss Gessel knows. Hello. Hi there. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Mr. Petersen, Thomas Petersen.
Yeah.
7th.
See, why don't they have, usually schools that do mentors will look at your prep period.
Mm-hmm.
Put somebody together with you.
They'll try to do that, yeah. I know Doherty's got one. I don't know what Doherty's prep is, but I know he's the other mentor, and we can get that figured out. Maybe. Absolutely. But yeah, anything you need, let me know, okay?
Yeah, I subbed for you one morning.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
I did a quick measuring thing,
yeah.
But I don't mention the word fractions.
No, oh, that's okay. We're doing fractions right now.
Because they lose it.
Yeah.
The key thing I told them to remember is what we're dividing it equally.
Yeah.
So and you can do that to any standard measurement, a mile, a
yeah.
a quart. Keyword is equally, and understand the different units of measurement. But that way, I've gotten through to a lot more kids.
I love it.
Because the key thing is they're not hearing the word fraction.
Sure. Yeah.
I have them take a piece of paper and fold it up, and then fold it and put a 0 and a 1, and then a 1/2.
Oh yeah.
Fold it again.
I love it to get your fourths. I love it.
16ths, then 37.
That's way cool. I love it.
Then we go into that you can divide it in 1,000 equally.
I love that. I love that. We'll talk sometime. There used to be a Math and Woods classic Cottonwood that was super cool. You'd have loved it. All right, sorry guys. Can I get you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? The correct answer, guys, is Rusty is a red Kelpie. A red Kelpie. They're actually really pretty dogs. Like if you look them up, they're lovely. And then fruits, sure, but I'm not going to pull it up right now. Fruits, that's a jackfruit, indeed, a jackfruit. I hear that if you cook them right, they're. I hear that if you cook them right, they're good. It's kind of like a plantain. You can't eat a plantain raw, but if you cook a plantain, oh mercy, that's good stuff. Anyway, got a pencil? Oh, got a pencil? Okay, so our topic today is solving proportions 1. Just barely introducing it. Think of today as like I'm planting a little seed in your head for it to sprout over the weekend, and then on Monday we'll really get into it, and then on Tuesday and Wednesday there'll be a substitute here, but then you'll get into like the real meat of it too. Okay. I have been asked by the Utah State Board of Education to help them write RISE questions for Secondary Math 3. No, my goal is to make at least one question that is really funny, that will make you laugh. That's my job. That's my job. Okay, so here we go. When we're talking about proportions, remember what we're doing is we're dividing to see if they're the same, right? Like, here we go. So if I have a proportion here, guys, let's see here. Why don't I get a number, and I would love to get that number from Miss Jane. Jane, just give me a number, any old number. I don't care what it is. 11. So that would be negative 38.5. Okay? Now, I'm not going to give you this number. I'm not going to give you this number. But I will tell you that this is 21. So I have a question for you guys. I'm going to tell you this relationship is a proportion. This is a proportion. If I do negative 38.5 divided by 11, and then I do 21 divided by this mystery number, I'm going to get the same number. But how could I use that to find out what my mystery number is? Give it a try and teach. Okay. Can I get you guys back up here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Thomas, what number did you come up with? How did you get that? Right, because that's the opposite. Very good. So 21 divided by negative 3.5. Oops. Negative 6. How many of us were able to get that this mystery number was negative 6? Beautiful. Now, I can see that some folks didn't quite get there. So here's the trick. There is a way to set this up so that it will always just be an easy way to get that question mark. And that's by setting this up as a proportion. I told you that these formed a proportion, which means if I divide negative 38.5 by 11 and 21 by my mystery number, I should get the same value. I'm going to set that up as an equation, which looks like this. Got a pencil? Negative 38.5 divided by 11 is equal to 21 divided by question mark. Will you write that down for me, guys? Make sure you write that down. Negative 38.5 times divided by 11 is equal to 21 divided by question mark. Now, you don't necessarily have to set it up this way, but I am going to show you how to set it up this way because that is something that we need to be able to do. So this equation gets a little bit tricky to because it's got fractions all over the place. But here's the thing, guys. We can get rid of fractions really easily. What does a fraction bar secretly mean? Everyone, a fraction bar secretly means? It means what? Division. So if we multiply both sides by 11, that'll divide that out. And I get negative 38.5 is equal to, well, that would be 11 over 1, and that would be 231 over question mark. Now that equation looks insane. How many of us think that equation looks kind of crazy, like with the variable in the denominator? And that's the thing. We don't really like having variables in denominators, but lucky us, we get to multiply by a variable if we feel like it. And we can just divide it out, and it's gone. Because now this says negative 38.5 times question mark equals 231. And that is a one-step equation. How could I solve that one-step equation? Let's just draw on some empty seats here. There we go. Crew, how could I solve that one-step equation? So we're trying to get the question mark by itself, right? But so there's a negative 38.5 stuck to it. What could I do to both sides to get rid of that? So if it was negative 38.5, yeah, divide. Because there's a secret multiply. Oops. I forgot how to write and exist. There we go. 38.5 divided by negative 38.5. And you're going to get the same answer. 231 divided by negative 38.5. And I get negative 6 the same way. Now again, some of us were able to do that without needing to do all that. And that's great. That's good. I'm glad that you're doing that. There is a slightly simpler way. It's a little bit weirder mathematically. Like, it always makes me a little nervous to show this to you guys because people abuse this a lot without realizing how it works. But I do want to show you because otherwise these problems are a lot more annoying sometimes than they have to be. Got a pencil? Oh, got a pencil?
Absolutely.
2 over 5 equals 42 over question mark. You know what? Forget it. Well, it's not a question mark. Let's just call it W. For what number? So we could multiply both sides by 5 and multiply both sides by W and then divide, what would that be? Divide 42 times 5, whatever that is, and we're going to divide that by 2. But there's this thing that maybe you've seen before called cross multiplication. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Where if I take this number and multiply it by 42, I can take this number and multiply it by 2 and just turn this fraction equation into 2w equals whatever 42 times 5 is. 210. That's a one-step equation where I can divide both sides by 2, and I get w equals 105, and it's over. How many of us found that a bit simpler than the other things that we've been doing? Yeah, and it's also nice because we can kind of keep track of what we're up to. We're going to add to this on Monday, and then I think I'll have your practice on Tuesday, and we'll see where that goes for the days that you have the sub. But that's all I have for you guys. Will you go ahead and pack up your stuff? If you borrowed a calculator, go put it back, and everybody.